Have you ever made or lost money investing in the stock market and wondered how much you made or lost relative to the amount invested? Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to talk about the types of rate of return and how to calculate them. There are 5 types of rate of return commonly used by investors. These are the simple rate of return, the real rate of return, the compound annual growth rate, the time-weighted rate of return, and money-weighted rate of return. In this video, I'm going to talk about the simple rate of return, the real rate of return, and compound annual growth rate of return. And in the next video, I will talk about the time-weighted rate of return and the money-weighted rate of return. So what is the simple rate of return? The simple rate of return, otherwise known as the nominal rate of return, is the profit or loss made from an investment before factoring expenses such as taxes, fees, and inflation. The simple rate of return is calculated by dividing the gross profit or loss by the initial investment. For example, an investor made a profit of $100 from a $1,000 investment. What is the simple rate of return? The simple rate of return is $100 divided by $1,000, which is 10%. Next, we will consider the real rate of return. The real rate of return is the profit or loss made after factoring expenses. This uses the same calculation as the simple rate of return, but the expenses are subtracted from the profit or loss. For example again, an investor made $100 from a $1,000 investment, but the investor paid $1 in commissions and 15% tax on the profits made. What is the real rate of return if the inflation rate is 2%? So let's think about it. The investor made $100 on a $1,000 investment, paid $1 in commission, paid 15% in tax for making that profit, and also there is a 2% inflation. To calculate the real rate of return, divide the difference between the gross profit or loss and the expenses by the initial investment. In this example, we will subtract 15% tax, 2% inflation, and $1 commissions from the $100 in profit. Then, the difference would be divided by $1,000. After doing this, we would get an 8.2% real rate of return. The third type of rate of return is the compound annual growth rate. The compound annual growth rate of return is the mean annual rate of return over multiple periods. For example, a person invests $1,000. After 6 years, the initial investment grows to $30,000. What is the annual growth rate of return of the investment? In this example, we want to know how much return the person made on average each year. To determine the compound annual growth rate, divide the final amount of the investment by the initial amount. Then raise the difference to the power of 1 divided by the number of holding periods. Finally, subtract the result by 1. In the example mentioned earlier, the compound annual growth rate would be 20.1%. This means that the person returned on average 20.1% each year. Now that you know the 3 types of rate of return, In the next video, we will talk about the morning-weighted and time-weighted rate of return. These returns consider cash flows, which are deposits and withdrawals done while investing. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel below. Also, if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section below. I will be excited to answer your questions. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.